Good morning, everyone. Character isn't what we say, it's what we do when no one's watching. In a world obsessed with appearances, the real substance of who we are is found in the small, unguarded moments. True character is revealed in quiet choices, unseen acts of kindness, and the integrity we hold when there's no reward. If you want to know someone's true self, pay attention to 5 key things. These 5 observations cut through the noise and reveal the core of a person's spirit. Ready to see what really matters? Let's get into it. All right, let's begin. The first and perhaps most telling sign of a person's true character is how they treat those who can do absolutely nothing for them in return. It's in these moments, when there's no expectation of reward or recognition, that the real nature of someone's heart is revealed. It's easy, almost automatic, to be polite and accommodating to a boss, a manager, or anyone who holds influence over our lives. We're conditioned to show respect to those in positions of power, often because we hope for something in return, whether it's approval, a promotion, or simply to stay in good standing. But the real test of character comes in the everyday, often unnoticed interactions, with the waiter who brings your food, the cleaner who tidies up after hours, the cashier scanning your groceries, or even a stranger passing by on the street. These are the moments that matter most. Do they take a moment to make eye contact, to offer a genuine please or thank you? Or do they breeze past, acting as if these people are invisible, as if their presence and effort don't matter at all? True kindness isn't about grand, showy gestures. It's about the small, consistent acts of respect and consideration that we offer to others, especially when no one is watching. It's holding the door, offering a seat, or simply acknowledging someone's existence with a smile. When someone is rude, dismissive, or impatient with service staff, it reveals a belief in hierarchy, a sense that some people are more deserving of respect than others. Their kindness is conditional, reserved only for those they deem worthy. But when you see someone who offers genuine warmth and friendliness to everyone, regardless of status or role, you're witnessing empathy and humility in action. It's a sign that they see the humanity in everyone, not just those who can benefit them. This principle extends beyond strangers and service workers. It's also about how they treat junior employees, interns, or even fans, anyone who might be overlooked or undervalued in a group or organization. Do they take the time to lift others up, to offer encouragement and support? Or do they push others down, ignore their needs, or take credit for their work just to elevate themselves? When there's no personal gain, when no one is keeping score, all that's left is the raw essence of a person's values. These are the moments that truly define us. Character is forged and revealed in countless, seemingly minor interactions with the invisible people in our lives. Every small choice adds up, painting a picture of who we really are. Watch for the person who holds a door, who smiles at the bus driver, who listens patiently even when they're in a hurry. These are the quiet signals of a kind and considerate soul. These aren't acts performed to impress others or to gain favor. They're the natural reflexes of someone whose kindness runs deep, whose empathy is genuine. Of course, we all have bad days. We all get tired, stressed, or frustrated. But what matters is the pattern, the default setting. Is their first instinct to show respect or to dismiss and belittle? So next time you're out in the world, don't just pay attention to how someone treats you. Watch how they interact with everyone around them, the people they don't have to impress, the ones who might otherwise go unnoticed. In these unguarded, everyday moments, you'll see whether kindness is just a strategy or truly a state of being. You'll see if their respect is a performance for show or a principle they live by. You'll notice if they're quick to help, to encourage, to show gratitude, or if they only act when there's something in it for them. That's one of the most reliable windows into the core of their character. It's in these subtle, often overlooked moments that the truth comes out. The truth is in the little things. That's where character lives, breathes, and quietly shapes the world around us. Let's move to the next sign and see what else reveals the heart of a person. Watch closely. These moments matter more than you might think. The second way to truly understand someone's character is to observe how they respond when faced with failure. It's in these moments, when the world feels heavy and nothing goes as planned, that a person's true nature is revealed. Success is easy to handle, it brings out smiles and celebration, but failure, on the other hand, is deeply revealing. It strips away the comfort and exposes what lies beneath. When carefully laid plans crumble and dreams seem to collapse, the mask slips away. In these raw moments, true character emerges, unfiltered and honest. Do they immediately point fingers and blame others for what went wrong? Or do they pause, take a breath, and reflect on their own role in the outcome? Blame is a sign of a fragile character, someone unwilling to face their own shortcomings. But taking ownership, even when it's hard, shows humility and a genuine commitment to personal growth. Some people let disappointment fester, turning it into bitterness. They hold grudges, replaying the failure in their minds, poisoning their outlook and relationships. Others, however, choose a different path. They turn pain into purpose, using setbacks as fuel for growth and transformation. The difference between these two responses is resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger. Entrepreneurs who fail, learn, and try again aren't defined by their failures, but by how they respond to them. They see each setback as a lesson, not a defeat. This principle applies to everyday disappointments too, missed appointments, small mistakes, or unexpected setbacks. It's not just about big failures, it's about how we handle the little ones as well. Do they lash out in frustration, letting emotions take control, or do they adapt, learn, and move on with grace? Character is revealed in the gap between stimulus and response, in that brief moment when we choose how to act. A weak character reacts impulsively, driven by anger or fear. A strong character pauses, considers, and responds with intention and wisdom. Look for those who get back up after falling, not just harder but wiser, carrying the lessons with them. Listen closely to how they talk about past failures. Do they dwell on blame, or do they express gratitude for the lessons learned and the growth gained? Our scars, both visible and invisible, can become our greatest strengths if we choose to learn from them. Don't just look at their trophies and achievements. Look at their scars, the marks of battles fought and lessons earned. Ask about a time they failed, and truly listen to the story they tell. The way they frame their setbacks reveals their mindset. Is their story one of victimhood and blame, or is it about growth, resilience, and transformation? In their narrative of disappointment, you'll find their blueprint for the future, the way they plan to rise again. Failure is the ultimate character test. It's not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter. Let's see what's next. The third sign of character is revealed in how someone talks about others when they're not around. It's easy to be kind to someone's face, but what truly matters is the way we speak when there's no one to impress and no one to hold us accountable. Words have immense power. They can heal or wound, build trust or destroy it. Every conversation, even the ones that seem insignificant, leaves a mark on our relationships and on our own integrity. Pay close attention to those just between us moments. These are the times when true character slips through, unfiltered and honest. Do they gossip, criticize, or share what isn't theirs to share? Are they quick to spread rumors, or do they protect the privacy of others? Gossip often reveals insecurity and a lack of integrity. It's a way of seeking validation at the expense of someone else's reputation. If they tear others down in private, chances are they'll do the same to you when you're not around. Trust is fragile, and it's built or broken in these unseen moments. A person of true character speaks with respect, even when no one's listening. They choose their words carefully, knowing that dignity matters, even in absence. They address issues constructively, focusing on solutions rather than personal attacks. They know that criticism can be delivered with kindness and honesty. They look for the good in others and defend reputations, even when it would be easier to stay silent or join in negativity. Their values are constant, not situational. Whether in a crowd or alone, their principles don't change. Protecting someone's dignity when they're not present is a high form of loyalty. It's a quiet act of respect that speaks volumes about who they are. Notice how they talk about ex-colleagues, ex-partners, or competitors. The way they speak about people from their past reveals their maturity and emotional intelligence. Do they speak with bitterness or with grace and perspective? Are they stuck in old grudges, or have they learned to let go and move forward? Celebrating others' successes, even competitors, shows security, generosity, and a spirit that lifts others up rather than tearing them down. Loyalty is measured by how well they keep confidences. Can you trust them with your secrets, knowing they won't become tomorrow's gossip? Listen in the quiet moments. Are their words building up or tearing down? The true test is what's said when there's nothing to gain. Choose people who speak life into others, even when they're not there. Their words are seeds that grow trust and respect. Their words are a testament to trustworthy character, a reflection of the values they hold close. The absent reveal the present. How we speak of those not with us says everything about who we are. Let's keep going. The next sign is even more telling. Stay with me as we uncover it together. Integrity is in the details. It's found in the small choices, the words unspoken, and the respect we show when no one is watching. The fourth test of character is what someone does when no one is watching. Integrity is acting on your values without external reward or recognition. It's about who you are in the dark, when you're alone with your choices. Do you cut corners or do the right thing even when it's hard? Character is built in the quiet, consistent choices that no one sees. It's the author writing before dawn, the athlete training alone, the employee reporting an overpayment. People of integrity are guided by an internal compass, not fear of getting caught. Their moral code is part of their being. Keeping promises to yourself builds self-respect, the foundation of all integrity. In the digital world, anonymity can reveal true character. Do they spread negativity online or use their voice to uplift? Even small acts like returning a shopping cart show character. These people aren't driven by ego or validation, but by responsibility. Their private habits align with their public values. The person you are when no one is watching is the real you. Strive for congruence between your public and private self. Look for that same congruence in others. That's where true character lives. The unseen is the truest test. Almost there. One more sign to go. Let's finish strong. The fifth and final sign of character is how someone handles power. Power doesn't create character, it reveals it. When someone gains authority, does it make them arrogant or more humble? Weak character uses power to control and diminish others. They forget where they came from and see their position as entitlement. Strong character sees power as stewardship, a chance to serve and uplift. True leaders use power to empower, mentor, and listen. They treat everyone with respect, regardless of status. Their confidence comes from purpose, not title. Power also reveals accountability. Do they take responsibility or shift blame? A true leader takes the blame and gives away the credit. Leadership isn't about authority, but about influence and inspiration. People of character use their influence to make things better for everyone. This applies everywhere, at work, in families, in friendships. Watch how people change when they get authority. Do they become more generous or more selfish? The ultimate test is not in gaining power, but in how it's used. True power lifts others up. Power is the amplifier of character. Let's bring it all together. The final word is yours. Reflect on what you've seen. Character is the legacy you leave. If you want to see true character, watch actions, not just words. Notice how people treat the unseen, rise from setbacks, speak of others, act when alone, and handle power. These 5 areas are the proving grounds of the soul. They reveal the true self, for better or worse. Building this awareness in ourselves is just as important as seeing it in others. It's a call to live with greater integrity, kindness, and purpose. The journey of character is a lifelong practice made up of small, conscious choices. At the end of the day, character isn't who we pretend to be, it's who we are when the mask comes off. Let's make our signature one of integrity, compassion, and strength. Thank you.